and Ms. Swati Kovind, daughter of ex-President, Hon'ble President of India, and distinguished guests, writers, journalists, representatives of electronic and print media, and people from different walks of life, officers of and staff of both Government of Goa and Raj Bhavan. In fact, we are very happy to inform you that we have a galaxy of eminent persons from different walks of life here. So the function of book release, primarily the coffee table book, Heritage Trees of Goa in English, authored by our Honorable Governor, Shri Sreedharan Pillai sir, and two more books. One is When Parallel Lines Meet in English, and Ente Priya Kavitakal, Malayalam. Sir, we welcome on this occasion the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, who has been an eminent civil servant in his career and a writer and orator par excellence, who has also authored a number of books in English, Malayalam, a few in Hindi. Apart from several publications, he has also been a recipient of international and national awards for his outstanding contribution in different fields in recognition of his pioneering efforts, namely in housing, and he is known as Man of Ideas. He has been winning several awards since his university days. Sir, we welcome you to this August function. Clap. Honorable CM of Goa is likely to join in a few minutes. We have amidst us very young and energetic Minister Tourism, Shri Rohan Kaunteji, who has been taking tourism of Goa to different levels and untapped areas. I welcome you, sir. We have with us eminent writer and the Jnanpith awardee, Sri Damodar Modaji, who is very. Please welcome him, sir. We have Param Puj Swami Maheshanandji, Secretary Ramakrishna Mission here. We have been doing pioneering work for the humanity for the last 3.5 decades. Welcome, Ms. Swami. I take this opportunity to also welcome His Eminence Philip Neri Cardinal, the Archbishop of Goa, Bhavan and Diu, who is known to present all of here, not only here in Goa, Daman and Diu, and other places of India and internationally. We welcome you, His Grace. And we have Sri Pachu Menon, an eminent journalist and columnist who has been writing columns which concern everyday life in Goa and bringing the problems to the knowledge of everyone. Welcome you, Mr. Menon. As all you know, the Honorable Governor of Goa, Sri Sreedharan Pillai sir, has been a prolific writer. He has been writing books in Malayalam, his mother tongue, and English. He is going to achieve an important milestone, in fact, about reaching 200 books in a few days' time. One of the books which is going to be released is Heritage Trees of Goa, a coffee table book, which he has collected the details about while his tour of Goa Sampurna Yatra and Heritage Yatra, Dainik Samir Yatra. This book contains information about heritage trees which are revered in Goa and located in different parts in some religious institutions, temples, churches and other places. It consists of information and photographs. This would help Goa tourism in a different way, because Goa is generally known and perceived outside for its beaches, sand, but this book would definitely help take Goa tourism to a different level by making people aware of the heritage trees of Goa. So this would definitely help tourism of Goa, so to speak. And another book, When Parallel Lines Meet, that is in English. It is a collection of speeches to some prominent personalities compiled by our Honorable Governor. Actually, it is said that parallel lines generally don't meet, but the title itself might interest many of you. Why? How parallel lines can meet. It shows that people from different walks of life across the spectrum of political life have been in unison in praising our Honorable Governor. So that's why this title of When Parallel Lines Meet. It's a collection of speeches by eminent persons, including Honorable CMs, prominent political leaders of divergent strands of thought and practice across the political spectrum. All of them have known the Honorable Governor of Goa in one capacity or the other, and they have spoken their minds and hearts, having experienced his multifaceted talents. When Honorable Governor, Honorable CM of Kerala are also praised in one of the meetings about this. That is very difficult to pinpoint a particular field in which he would excel. He would excel in all the fields which he has taken, whether it is political life, practice, or writing, other things. One more book that is going to be released is in Malayalam poets, Ente Priya Kavitakal. It's a collection of few poems written at various occasions, and many social issues have been the subject of his poems. You can see an environmentalist somewhere, and a soldier who is fighting for the survival of moral values in some other poems. A romantic mind filled with nostalgia can be seen in many of his poems. A compassionate person grieving over the pains of others can also be seen in the lurking depths of his poems. This poet is a keen observer of life and a philosopher. It is generally said that it's very difficult to write in simple language or to speak in a simple language. But his speciality is simple words, and his narrative is very simple. So he has achieved that difficulty in very simplicity. It is filled with warmth and truth of life. That's why all these poems are filled with life. It can be proudly said that Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri Sreedharan Pillai sir, is not just appreciated in Kerala, but all over India and outside India also for all his books. He has not just been a prolific writer. He has been striving to encourage budding writers whose works have not been published, for which Rajbhavan Goa has initiated a scheme called Nahi Pehl to encourage budding writers whose works have not been published. As all of you know, our Honorable Governor, apart from writing, he has taken several initiatives, including Vamana Vriksha Kala in the gardens, Shweta Kapila, indigenous cow species to protect that, and Sandalwood garden, and several other gardens. And he has distributed from his discretionary funds 2.75 crores to 2005 needy cancer and dialysis patients across Goa. Today, in fact, he would be announcing and distributing around 96 lakhs as financial assistance from his discretionary funds to 384 patients, both dialysis and cancer patients of Goa. And not just that, he has expressed his desire to bring up traditional occupations and skills, and he has announced a scheme to help Patas, which is Kumbar, Kunbi Sadi, handloom, square, etc., to support additional traditional skills and occupations of people of Goa. I take this opportunity to thank one and all who are present here and welcome you all. Thank you, Devbari.
Thank you so much. It's now time for a presentation of the sampling, the sandalwood sampling. I request to kindly present a sampling to the Honorable Governor of Goa, His Excellency, sampling. A sampling to His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of West Bengal. A sampling for the Honorable Minister for Tourism and IT, the Rohan County, sir. A sampling His Eminence, Philip Neri Cardinal Ferrand. A sampling to Swami Mahesh Atma Anand ji. A sampling to Damodar Mauzo, Jnanpith Awardee. A sapling, the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa has arrived. Can we all kindly stand and welcome you, sir? A sapling to the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawantji. A sapling of welcome to Pachu Menon, sir, senior journalist. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Well, they say to give a good start, we require divine intervention. It's now time for lighting of the traditional lamp, requesting our dignitaries on the dais to kindly be a part of lighting of the traditional lamp, which signifies light over darkness, prosperity and goodness. Requesting our dignitaries to kindly proceed for lighting of the traditional lamp for divine intervention. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
As I just mentioned, Honorable CM has arrived. We welcome you, sir. Honorable CM has been a very dynamic and young leader of Goa, who is taking Goa to different heights. We welcome you, sir. Honorable Governor of Goa would be distributing, as I just mentioned, help to cancer and dialysis patients. I request Collector North and South Goa, one after the other, to collect the checks on behalf of needy cancer and dialysis patients. Collector of North, please. Ms. Mamu Hadi.
Ma'am, stand.
Now, Collector of South Goa, Mr. Ashwin Chandru. Thank you, sir. And Collector South and North Goa. Come here, please come.
I now request His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Goa, to kindly inspire us all. Thank you so very much.
Excuse me.
Our dynamic Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramodji, my brotherly, respected and dearest Governor of West Bengal, Dr. Ananda Bosni, Rohanji, Tourism Minister, Honorable Damodar Mauso, His Eminence Cardinal, Pujaniya Swamiji, Sri Pachu Menon, Sadanandan Tanwade, our former Rashtrapati's daughter Swati Kohangi is here, Professor Harral Menon is here, distinguished guests and my dear friends. This is a very happy moment in my life. Of course, one reason is known to you. My 3 books are releasing today by eminent persons. The second thing is that according to me, is more important. Today, Raj Bhavan is extending itself to 384 patients by giving 90 lakhs rupees to them, each patient 25,000 each. This is one of the great achievement of Govan people, Govan Raj Bhavan, and of course our Chief Minister and his cabinet. They are kind enough, they rose to the occasion and helping the Raj Bhavan for these charitable activities. When I started, of course, with respect to my two books also, I would like to say, because of my village visit, almost all areas I covered, and our Chief Minister always cooperating with me, opposition leader cooperating with me, and all the 40 MLAs of Goa, they accompanied me, their cooperation was always there, and that is why last year about 2 crore rupees have distributed to charitable organization, about 100 institutions and more than 1,100 patients, dialysis patients as well as cancer patients. This year, now 384. All these patients are selected by concerned MLAs. They will have to give the list, and just like a postman, we are receiving it and give it to them, and on that basis, medical reports are also there. Then this greatest achievement, this Raj Bhavan, of course, proudly say we are doing this work, and people of Goa are always extending their support to Raj Bhavan. And the inspiring factor, of course, Kovinji's daughter is here. While he was the Rashtrapati of our nation, he inspired me, and his support, by always he extended his support by way of some writing. In speech also, in Goa, one speech also he stated that this is one of the greatest achievements as far as Raj Bhavans are concerned. I am much obliged to all of you. I am not going to express anything further. But one thing is there, under the system of law, under the constitution, if we put a question to ourselves, people are supreme. People are supreme. Whatever may be the position of governor or whatever it may be, or chief minister, whatever it may be, we are prepared to serve the people. That is why we are in this post. So people are supreme. That is why I travelled all the villages. That experience, of course, one or two books I written on that aspect, and that is before you. But I elicited certain things from the villages. When I reached a village, a Sanskrit scholar told me that bonsai, Swamiji is also there. I'm always an admirer of our Archbishop. First time a person who told me that no bonsai, this is originated from our country, 5,000 years back. Old concept of our bonsai and name also passed on me by that Pandit, and that is why our Udyan also in front of that, stating that Vamana Vriksha Kala. Now I am reaching 200 or 199, whatever maybe, I am not going to anything that. But my book is about the completion of a book, Vamana Vriksha Kala. As far as possible, I contacted great scholars, slogas are there, and Vamana Vriksha Kala started in our country about 5,000 years back. Then through Buddhist monks and preachers, it went to China and then to Japan. Bonsai, according to my, of course, different views may be there. Bonsai, the name, according to my information, 400 years back, Japan put the name, and now everybody in the world under the impression that this is originated from Japan. China is the, you see, exporting of bonsai. China is in the top. So a book is written, and this forward also by our Honorable Prime Minister, Chief Minister. Maybe would be a Prime Minister. After long time, not this time. So he has for these two books, this forward inspired me much. So I am requesting the Honorable Chief Minister promote the endeavor of Bhavan, extending aid to patients as well as helping the new writers. So many schemes are there. I am sure that our cabinet will extend more and more support. I am requesting the cooperation of the people of Goa, and I am not talking much. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Goa. It's now time for inaugural of the book release function, and I would request the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant sir, to kindly inaugurate the book release function and inspire us all with his nice address. Thank you so much.
For the book release function, the present along with me, Shri Sreedharan Pillai, Honorable Governor of Goa, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, Honorable Governor of the West Bengal, His Excellency Cardinal Ji, Shri Rohan Khaute, the Tourism Minister, Government of Goa, Shri Damodar Bhai Mauzo, Jnanpith winner Puraskar, His Holiness Sadhguruji, all esteemed dignitaries, our own friend Shri Sadhanand Tanode, MP of Rajya Sabha, Shri P.S. Sreedharan Pillai, the first governor and who have taken and completed the Goa Gram Samruddhi Yatra, covering more than 400 villages in all the 40 assembly constituencies, reaching out to the people and grassroots level leader. I have been a witness to his amazing personality in my own constituency, and which he taught it an entire day, evincing even interest in temple, rich cultural folklore and development in the various fields. I deeply amazed and touched by his humanitarian approach by extending the financial assistance to dialysis and cancer patients from the governor's fund to more than 1,000 beneficiaries. I was also privileged to be associated in releasing a two book authored by him in Kazikoda. It was overwhelming to know that Pillai has reached milestone of completing his publishing the books, 200 books. I'm extremely happy to know that Sri Pillai is releasing the book on the heritage trees of Goa, and he had been mentoring about it, our own discussions that, and he was fascinated by the richness of Goa's nature and cultural heritage, and that he would be like to write the books on the old trees and the Goa and exotic islands of Goa that is found heavily. The purpose was that the rest of the country and the world should know about these unique facts of the Goa's culture, and it should be the help the tourists to explore the rich diversity hitherto unknown. It was a wonderful idea and to endorse it wholeheartedly. In Goa, trees were believed to be the dwelling the place of the gods and godliness or the holy spirits, that even the evil spirits. Goa has admired the traditions of respecting the worshipping the trees as protectors of the village and the people. Consequently, the existence of the scared trees and grows the familiar future of every nook and corner of the village of Goa and bears a testimony to the wisdom and the knowledge of our ancestors. Sri Honorable Governor Ji has undertaken the another yatra. It is an Samik Dais in Kokani of the heritage trees that spread out in a different part of Goa. This book showcases an ancestor manner 31 unique trees, and which are all the 100 years and more, and they represents the wide variety of the species. The interesting aspect of these age-old trees is that, and they are mostly located near the temple or the churches and enriched with the legends of the myth and spiritual folklore. Each tree has been beautifully captured in all its glory, and the text and code and alongside provides the adequate information about the tree. Eco-cultural journey of our Honorable Governor Ji across the length and breadth of Goa to publishing a book on the aspects of the Goa's rich biodiversity indeed admirable. His second book, When the Parallel Lines Meet, is also the great piece of the literature wherein the experts of the various speeches have been compelled. As a governor, he holds the one of the topmost position in the democratic setup. Our governor has made a great impact on the lives of the Goan by reaching out of all the section of our society. I am sure that this book will generate a lot of curiosity among the people, especially the youngsters generation. May it be our heritage trees and their ecological and socio-cultural value, especially when there is a world facing the threat to the global warming and climate change, or ever evolving the aspects of the vibrant democracy are and will be the great subject to study and research and for the future generation. On behalf of the people of the Goa and my whole cabinet, colleagues and the public servant, I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude to him and wish him many more years the memorable public service to Goa and the nation. परत एकदा हांव समेस्त गोंयकारांच्या वाटेंतल्यान ऑनरेबल गव्हर्नर हांचे खूब खूब धन्यवाद म्हणटा. इतक्याच खातीर म्हाका दिसता ऑनरेबल गव्हर्नर हे पयले गोंयचे गव्हर्नर आसतले ज्यांच्यांनी गोंयांतल्या गांवांतल्यान गोंयांतल्या देवळां चर्ची आनी मॉस्क हांगासर भेट दिवन फक्त भेटूच दिवंक ना तर भेट दिल्या उपरांत देवाची आनी देवळाच्या सायडीक आसलेल्या झाडांची म्हायती आपल्या पुस्तकांतल्यान बरोवप. म्हाका दिसता इन फ्युचर हांव भाई मावजो आनी गोंयच्या बाकीच्या रायटरांकूय आव्हान करता की तांचें पुस्तक कोंकणींतल्यान मराठींतल्यान येवपाची गरज आसा, जेणे करून इन फ्युचर आमच्या फुडार जनरेशनाक ते तांचो रेफरन्स म्हणून जेन्ना गोंयची कल्चर हिस्ट्री हाजो सगळ्याचो रेफरन्स म्हणून भुरगे जेन्ना PhD आनी दिता युनिवर्सिटी आनी स्टडी लेवलाचेर आमकां यूज जातलो. त्या खातीर फुडल्या यंग जनरेशनाच्या वतीन परत एकदा हांव तांचें खूब खूब अभिनंदन करता. देव बरें करूं.
Thank you so much, the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, for inspiring us all. It's now time for release of the book, the first book, Heritage Trees of Goa. I would request His Excellency the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose, to kindly release the first book, Heritage Trees of Goa. And the first copy will be presented to His Eminence Philip Neri Cardinal Ferrand, Archbishop of Goa, Dama and Diu. Now request His Excellency the Honorable Governor of West Bengal to kindly address the gathering. Thank you.
Hon'ble Governor Goa, Shri Sreedharan Pillai, Hon'ble Chief Minister, I wish the slip of the tongue which took place here do take place very soon. Dr. Pramod Sawantji, His Eminence the Cardinal, Honorable Minister, Honorable Swami Mahesh Atmananda ji, Revered Literature Sri Damodar Moso, eminent journalist Sri Pachu Menon, and a very dear young friend, the dear daughter of our respected former President, Sri Govindji, Swadiji, ladies and gentlemen and friends. I am delighted to be here for the release of this great book written by the eminent and prolific author, Goa's respected Honorable Governor, Sri Sreedharan Pillai. In the presence of the Chief Minister, I am making a complaint. Chief Ministers and Governors are expected to implement the law of the land. Here, the Governor of Goa has made me break the law. And as Shakespeare said, thereby hangs a tale. Sir, as an old IAS officer, we have a role in the IAS. Once you have passed the IAS examination, the rule is you should stop reading. I observed the rule throughout my life, but your governor has made me break the rule. I read the book. When I read the book, I remembered John Milton, who said, a good book is a precious lifeblood of a master spirit. A good book is a precious lifeblood of a master spirit. Yes, you go through any book written by your honorable governor, you will soon come to realize that was right. Now the question, how about the reception of the book? As Francis Bacon says, some books are to be tasted, some to be swallowed, a few to be chewed and digested. To which category this book belongs to, the readers will decide. As the Honorable Governor said, the common man is the most important person under the constitution. Yes, he's an excellent lawyer. By profession, we know that. The Constitution of India, the preamble states, we the people of India give to ourselves this constitution. Therefore, whether it is governor or chief minister or ministers or district collectors, your authority to be dispensers of India's destiny, what Tagore calls Bharat Bhagya Vidhata, has been given by the common man. Therefore, the governor is right. Your first duty is to the people. Your second duty is to the people. Your third duty is to the people. This has been underlined by the governor, not only in his speech here, but throughout his career as an advocate, as a political leader, and now the village-going governor. He has always been emphasizing and repeating this, the ultimate power of the common man. Now coming to his literature, he is a multifaceted personality, as you all know by this time. From a lawyer to a literature, from a governor to a garden connoisseur. That has been the progress which you see, especially through the annals of the book which that is brought out here. I could read the book. In fact, even the look of the book. As Shakespeare said, the apparel oft proclaims the man. The apparel of the book, that's the cover page, itself is great. And the container and the content, both are important. Here is a book where the container and the content match each other and offer stiff competition. Congratulations to the great soul which is behind this. When I stand here, especially listening to the words of your Honorable Governor and also the endorsement given by the Honorable Chief Minister, that the Governor considers nature and men on equal terms. That is very important. We have inherited a culture which respects Mother Earth, which respects Mother Nature. For us it is Mother, the Mother image that we see there. That is a great spirit. As you know, the geographical phenomenon called Himalaya is nothing but a geographical phenomenon. But Kalidasa, Asti Uttarasyam Dishi Devatatma, Asti Uttarasyam Dishi Devatatma, Himalayo Nama Dangathiraja, Pura Varu Toyandithi Vakahya, Siddha Pradivyam is a Manadanda. Yes, Himavan is not a geographical entity. Asti Uttarasyam Dishi Devatatma. Himalaya is like a Devata, like a measuring stone between the seas. That is the conception which we have. That's the type of imagination which turns earth into mother, nature into mother. It is said about poems and prose and poem. Prose is right words and right order. Poetry is best words and the best order. When I went through the poems of your Honorable Governor, particularly the one where he compares, we all see the sea as the one which douses the fire. But he sees the sea, burning sea, canal. Yes, that is something only persons endowed with some plastic imagination can do. See, imagination has got three phases. As Coleridge says in Biographia Literaria, the primary imagination, secondary imagination, and esemplastic imagination. I could see esemplastic imagination reflected in the poems of your Honorable Governor. I knew that he's an excellent writer in prose. I never thought that poetry also comes in with effortless ease, unpremeditated art. Yes, he is a total writer. From total coverage, there is no subject which is alien to him. Whatever he handles, as it is said, he takes a brick and turns it marble. Words, he takes a brick and turns it marble. That is the alchemy, the metamorphosis that we see in his poems. It is transformational in nature. And that's very important. Our Honorable Prime Minister, he always speaks about Atmanirbhar Bharat. He speaks about transformational India. Transformation is not just change. Transformation is much more than that. In the WBH, the Nobel laureate WBH says in his Eastern 1916, all change utterly. A terrible beauty is born. When I was listening to the speech of the Honorable Chief Minister about the village visit of your governor, all change changed utterly. A terrible beauty is born. I am also a governor. I am yet to go to a village. Here is a governor who is covering all the 400 villages, yes, and he is creating a new village here. That is P.S. Sreedharan Pillai village, an island of excellence by itself. That is his contribution which is given to you. Now, I came here with a vested interest. I am a new entrant in the gubernatorial chair. And here we have Sreedharan Pillai, who was doing exceedingly well everywhere, wherever he goes, in politics, as an advocate, as a writer, as a governor. I want to pick up one or two lessons from him. How he can do this. I found out a secret today. See, we all speak about Bhagavad Gita, we all speak about Lord Krishna. Paritranaya sadhuvina, vinashaya dushkrita, dharma samsthapanarthaya, sambhavami yuge yuge. But then, what is the meaning of this? How did Krishna become a good governor? Krishna was an excellent governor. You know how? There is Parijata. We all heard about Parijata. That is something which I am going to suggest to the Honorable Governor. Please write something about Parijata, because Parijata is your leading plant. Why I am saying it with so much of confidence? You know, in Dwarka, once Narada came there, you know, something will be there, something. Narada gave a beautiful Parijata flower to Krishna. And then Krishna gave it to Rukmani, who was nearby. Narada goes like a modern media man to Satyabhama and asked her, Bhama, how is that flower? Which flower? Parijata. Parijata? Yeah, the heavenly flower which I gave to Krishna. I am sure he would give it to his most beloved person, that is you. No, I didn't get it. Then she sees the flower is with Rukmani. In came the trouble. You know, a chief minister who heads a coalition government knows this. What is the type of trouble that can come there? Yes. Now, Bhama came and asked Krishna, I want the Parijata tree. Parijata tree? How is it possible, dear? Parijata tree is planted in the Indira's garden. Parijata came in the churning of the Pillai, isn't it? Ocean of milk. Parijata came along with Airavata. So many precious things came from there, including Dhanvantari came from there, Airavat came from there. Yes. How can I take it? How can I don't want to listen to anything. Are you giving the tree or not? That is Satyabhama. Suddenly Krishna went. He plucked the tree. He was stopped by Devendra. He said he cannot take it. In came the battle between Devendra and Krishna. And finally Krishna, of course, had it. The mother god, the mother of the gods, she interviewed and said, you take it for some time. After some time, you please give it back. Agreed. Parijata was born. Satyabhama was happy. Then begins the governor's trouble. If this is in Satyabhama's garden, Rukmani will object. If you do something which is liked by central government, state government will object. If it is Rukmani's garden, Satyabhama will object. That is where a governor's balancing act comes. And here is a successful governor. So I want to learn that. You know, then what happened? Krishna, clever that he is, he planted it in, the roots were in Satyabhama's garden, branches are in Rukmani's garden. That is the Sreedharan Pillai effect as a governor. That is what I can learn from. Thank you very much for the lesson which you have given me. Yes, when we speak of Atmanirbhar Bharat, of the Prime Minister Modi ji, Atmanirbhar Bharat will become complete only if we care for the trees and the environment. We are speaking about climate change, we are speaking about ecological degradation, we are speaking about acid rains, we are speaking about ozone depletion, we are speaking about climate change. This happy blend of man and animals, nature and earth, everything is required. Atmanirbhar Bharat will complete only that. That is a path which in his own subtle poetic way your gifted governor is taking. We are thankful for that. I do not want to take more of your time. I have one lesson which I wanted to learn now that the Chief Minister and the Governor are here. In one state, not in Goa, not in West Bengal, some other state. You know, there are flash floods. Suddenly Chief Minister thought easiest way to see the floods is go in a chopper for an aerial survey. CM came there. The governor thought, I should be there before the CM comes. Governor also came. Only one chopper is there. Then the chief secretary said, I have to be there, otherwise coordination will not happen. DGP said, no, law and order is with me. So they were all there. When they came, they found that the pilot of the chopper is not there. He had gone to pick up his child from the school. He came and see, Chief Minister, Governor, DGP, what is happening? Then the Chief Minister said, we just want to see for an aerial survey. You please, then sir, please give me some time. I will send my child to home and then come back. The governor said, no, let the child also go. No issue. So all of them go to the chopper. On the way, as they were aerially surveying the flood, some problem came for the chopper. CM being very shrewd, he knew what is going to happen. So he said, see, I have to be first on the land because, this flood relief operations I should supervise. So he took one parachute and jumped down. Then the governor also took another parachute and jumped down. He said, constitutional crisis may be there. Unless I am there, I have to be there. He also jumped down. Then the DGP said, law and order. Without law and order, I have to. He put another parachute and jumped down. Chief Secretary, how can coordination take place if I am not here? So he also put a parachute and jumped down. Then the pilot said, told the son, Sonny, only one parachute is left. You please take it and jump down. No, Dad. No, please take it and jump down. Dad will take care of it, so don't worry. No, Dad, there are 2 parachutes. How can it be? There are only 5 parachutes and 4 of them jumped down. No, there are 2 parachutes. What do you mean? Papa, that governor uncle put my school bag on his back and jumped down. So I came here to learn from your honorable governor how to distinguish between a parachute and a school bag. Thank you so much for the book.
Thank you so much, His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of West Bengal, for also inspiring us and bringing a smile on our faces. Thank you so very much, and also for releasing the book Heritage Trees of Goa. I would now request the recipient of the first copy of the book titled Heritage Trees of Goa, His Eminence Philip Neri Cardinal Ferrand, to kindly share his thoughts and also bless us all. Thank you so much.
Shri P.S. Sreedharan Pillai, Honorable Governor of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant, Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. C.V. Anand Bose, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Shri Rohan Kaunte, Honorable Minister for Tourism and Information Technology, Goa, Swamiji Mahesh Atmananda, Secretary, Ramakrishna Mission, Goa, Advocate Srimati Rita Sreedharan Pillai, First Lady, Goa State, Shri Damodar Mauzo, Yan Peter Awardee from this state, Shri Pachu Menon, Senior Journalist, Shri Sadanand Tanawade, Honorable Member of Rajya Sabha, distinguished guests, other dignitaries present in the days in the audience, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed honored to be invited to take part in this special gathering on the occasion of the release of 3 most interesting books authored by our beloved Shri P.S. Sreedharan Pillai, Honorable Governor of Goa, and a celebrated man of letters who with today's book release becomes the proud author of a total of 200 books, a rare feat indeed. While I warmly congratulate Shri Pillai ji for these last 3 publications, performing the magic number of 200, I would like to dwell a little on the first book, Heritage Trees of Goa, the first copy of which I had the honor to receive today. The Heritage Trees of Goa stand as silent witnesses to the rich history cultural diversity and natural beauty of this Indian state. These magnificent trees are not merely part of the landscape. They are living testaments to the past, connecting the present generation with their ancestors and with the environment. These trees have stood tall through generations, carrying the stories of our beautiful land, of our people, and of our varied cultures, and fostering a sense of continuity from the past to the present. Since many of them stand near the village temple or church, they receive an aura of sacredness that fosters a sense of belonging among the people of Goa, cutting across social and religious barriers. These trees are indeed living treasures that our population needs to be constantly aware of, so that our future generations can continue to appreciate and benefit from this rich arboreal heritage of Goa. This is why we Goans should be deeply grateful to our beloved Governor, Shri Pillai, for having delved into this subject and brought out in a strikingly beautiful coffee table book the beauty and the rich significance of our heritage trees. Yes, our trees are not just botanical entities. They embody the soul of our land. Their presence fosters a deep sense of respect for nature and history, as well as intimate connection between human beings and their environment. Talking about connection between human beings and their environment, I am reminded of what our Pope Francis, the leader of the Catholic Church worldwide, has to say about what he calls human ecology. He says that when we view our existence in this world as a gift from God, we are naturally led to accept the entire earth as a gift given to us by God, so that it becomes our common home. Yes, this whole wide earth is given by God as a common home for all of us, human beings from all nations, without discrimination of color, race, or religious tradition. Accepting our responsibility to care for the earth and to respect it is an essential element of any genuine human ecology, according to Pope Francis. A healthy human ecology, therefore, begins with a respectful view of the other human being as a beautiful and most dignified creation made by the same God who created me equal to everyone else in dignity and glory. When we recognize human dignity, we learn to see the need to defend the sanctity of all human beings without discrimination of caste, social status, or religion. If only our heritage trees had to teach us to be better human beings, engaged in building each other up and not in destroying one another, sometimes for the flimsiest of reasons, as it is increasingly seen happening in many parts of the world. Coming back to the books that have been released today and to their most worthy and respected author, Shri Sreedharan Pillai, I would like to end by expressing a most sincere wish and prayer in the name of all present here, that we continue to be toasted by more and more jewels from the prolific pen of our Honorable Governor. May number 200 reach 250 and 300 sooner than later. Our respected writer has the capacity, the will, and the means to achieve this new landmark. May that day be not far away. Thank you.
for Tourism and IT for also releasing the book. And I would now request, sir, the Honorable Minister for Tourism and Information Technology to kindly inspire us all and motivate us all. Thank you.
The Honorable Governor of Goa, Shri Sreedharan Pillai ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Dr. Pramod Sawant ji, Honorable Governor of West Bengal, Dr. C.V. Ananda Bose ji, our own Gyanpith awardee, Shri Damodar Mauji ji, His Eminence Cardinal Philip Neri Ferrao, Senior Journalist Mr. Pachu Menon, Swami Maheshan ji, Member of Rajya Sabha, Shri Sreedharan Tanawade ji, the First Lady, all the eminent and distinguished personalities, the Collector North, South, electronic media, press, ladies and gentlemen. It's definitely a privilege and a happy moment to be amongst all of you for this August function. First and foremost, I would take this opportunity and join hands with our Honorable Chief Minister to heartily congratulate our Honorable Governor Shri P.S. Sreedharan Pillai ji for having today come out and launched 3 books in addition to his whole line of books that he has done and reached a milestone of 200. It's very interesting and enlightening that Goa as a destination, having 400 villages and having travelled 400 villages across 40 constituencies under Saimik Dais Yatra, led to our own enlightening that we ourselves came to know that there are roughly about 31 heritage trees and roughly about 18 species. We as Goans have our own way of performing rituals, whether it is the Kalpavriksha Puja, whether it is the Apta Puja during Dasera, whether it is the Vata Purnima, or whether it is the Shami Pujan. We our own way ensure that we worship and perform the rituals in terms of paying our respects and take blessings from the tree, whom we say is a form of spirituality and God. Today coming here gave us more enlightening with the hearty speech of our Honorable Governor of West Bengal, who talked about the land of Satyabhama and the land of Rukmini. Sir, in Goa we are blessed to have both these things amalgamated together under dynamic Chief Minister Dr. Pramod Sawant ji and with the cooperation of our Honorable Governor Shri P.S. Sreedharan Pillai ji. And all these things as Goa takes strides ahead in terms of development infrastructure, and we start thinking about a Prime Minister's vision of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one earth, one family, one future. We ourselves along with our Chief Minister have been trying to build up the new Goa that we envisage. We are today talking about Goa beyond beaches as a tourism minister. We take this thought process of talking about Goa beyond beaches, and when we talk about Goa beyond beaches, we have our outreach to our beautiful hinterlands, beautiful areas which are in the inner villages, which we call as rural part of Goa. And there is the place where Goa has never been seen. Goa has been the unseen part of Goa, where we would love the tourists to come and see. Going beyond the beaches, we need to understand that after post-COVID scenario, people have started looking for tranquility, serenity. They want an experiential form of tourism. And as we want to promote this form, we need to look at history. We have the rich history of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, where Saptakoteshwar temple was there. We have the rich history of the Ponda Taluka, where spirituality is there. We have rich history in Old Goa, where Goicho Sahib is there. And when we stitch all these things together, it is time for us to talk on spirituality, wellness. And as we take these new circuits, new thought process of Goa beyond beaches, it is important that every aspect of this is taken ahead. Sir, today with your book of specially being launched on the heritage trees, I think it's very enlightening for us and very informative for the tourists who would want to come here and understand what we have in Goa towards the hinterlands. To promote hinterland tourism, we have come with the homestay policy where the Chief Minister recently launched it. And we are trying to ensure that we are imbibing new ways of economics and employment in the rural part of Goa to ensure that we work in a collaborative manner, stitching across women empowerment, stitching across better economics in local communities in the rural tourism, and take these things ahead. Sir, knowing about these trees gave us one enlightening part of it, that which I would put across the table and suggest that along with this beautiful book which has come out, whether we are able to get these books on podcast. This will allow us to connect with the youth of today. The youth of today through podcast will understand what is Goa, what is the richness in Goa, what is the diversity, culture, what we have, along with the festivities that we have together. And that is something which we'll be able to take along. As a coffee table book, I'm pretty sure it's something which was needed over a long time. Our own Gyanpith awardee, Damodar Mauzobab, will definitely vouch for this. And as our Honorable CM said, a Konkani version on this particular part will play a pivotal role if talking about our dyes, our own part where we have had, but we needed to showcase. So today coming with When Parallel Lines Meet is a beautiful book where very few people can talk about. A multifaceted personality like our governor, like our Honorable Governor of West Bengal said, is just not holding the honorary part of a governor, but he has been a great politician, he has been a great writer, he has been a great philosopher, he has been a great philanthropist. The Honorable CM in his own speech talked about how he has helped people. We were ourselves amazed when he came to our own constituencies, and when he was talking about his whole office came and started giving checks to people who were undergoing kidney dialysis, patients who were really needing the money. And that outreach allowed us to start thinking that this governor is definitely a man apart from the normal protocols that we see. So today we take this opportunity to heartily congratulate you for all that you have been here and giving us back to Goa as the Honorable Governor. When Parallel Lines Meet gives another additional stamping on the whole personality, where he is one man who is across the thought processes, ideologies, political affinities have come together and vouched their thoughts on this book When Parallel Lines. Sure that in days to come, our Honorable Governor will allow us to have much more learnings to this precinct of Raj Bhavan, which has a lot of rich culture, heritage, and we would be happy to collaborate as a tourism department through our Honorable Chief Minister to think about how best we can take these thoughts ahead in promoting tourism when we talk about Goa beyond beaches. Once again, sir, we take this opportunity to wish you and look upon further opportunities of getting new thought processes coming in, because being a writer is not an easy job. Sir, on a lighter note, we have tried it once. I have tried it once. And I couldn't write more than a page. Every page, second page is to come, I have to edit the first page. I could never reach the third page. So writing a book itself is a task, and that task is a big achievement from your side. It's a pride for all of us as Goans to have you as our Honorable Governor. We wish you all the very best, sir. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Govind, sir.